Welcome, man. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you for having me.
So, can we get a little introduction from you?
My name is Bryce, man. You want like the whole spiel, kind of? I was born in Shreveport, man. 29, about to be 30 in a couple days, actually.
Nice.
February 5th, man. Yeah, thank you. Glad to even make it that far, to be honest with you.
You said February 5th?
Yeah, the 5th.
Happy early birthday.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
absolutely.
The big 3-0. Yeah, just grateful to be here, man. I appreciate it, really and truly.
Yeah,
man.
you're older than Sly, bro, I
Yeah.
think.
I
What
know,
are you,
yeah.
30? Or you're 32? Or,
Oh,
no?
whoa.
Whoa.
It's
29, right? 29.
Yeah.
It's not often we
29.
get older people on there.
He's
Yeah.
he's only like
Respect your elders.
Yeah.
Do you have a actor voice, bro?
Dude, someone just told me that too.
I feel
so
like you could be the next like Deadpool or some shit, bro.
that would be hype.
I
If
feel
you know
like-
somebody, bro, I'll give you
I don't-
10%. 10% you give
I don't.
me.
If I knew
I'll put you
somebody,
on. I'll
if
put
I
you
knew
on.
somebody, this podcast would be you know,
Yeah.
blowing up right now. But my connections are running low, so
Yeah.
you know.
Let me
You
know,
got-
man. Yeah, no, somebody just told me that this chick I'm talking to. She said I sound like Channing Tatum a little bit.
Bro,
And I
you
was-
look like Channing Tatum.
I
I'm
was
not gonna
like-
lie to you, bro. From the side profile,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Channing Tatum's a good looking man, bro. That's a
Appreciate it,
compliment,
yeah.
bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like
No
I hit
weird
this
shit,
Magic
but
Mike move.
It's enough dick riding. man.
I was just stating a fact. You know, he's an objectively good looking man. You know?
Nice.
Well,
No gay shit.
yeah. Thanks for being.
Not that there's
No,
anything
bro.
wrong. with
Not that there's anything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. I'd seen Sly. We're like, you guys doing this, bro, and I was like, that's pretty dope, bro. I'd like to be on there one day, and
Absolutely.
lo and behold, here we are. Thank
Your
you,
childhood
RJ.
dreams came true.
It
bro.
really did,
Yeah.
bro. Dude, I gotta be on there one day. This is sick, bro.
Yeah, we're still in the same position we were 10 years ago.
No, it's a little backstory, man. Me and my friends, I think a couple years ago, we had like our own little podcast we tried to start, man.
Really?
It's called 3 Inches Short. So
Was this the one you told me about?
Probably. I think so.
Was Bo?
Yeah. So it was Bo, my buddy Kobe, Mike, Hunter Webb, and then me and my roommate Austin. We were all doing it together, man. It was
Really?
Yeah, it was a sports podcast, and it was all right for a little bit, bro. It's a lot of work, man. You know, props to you guys, honestly, for editing and getting all this stuff out there weekly, bro.
Yeah.
Because that was our struggle to begin with, was getting everybody coordinated at the same time to actually be there, and then two, not get too drunk.
Right,
That's
yeah.
our
Sit there and
problem,
actually
too.
get
Yeah.
it going, bro. Because we'd sit there for an hour and a half just doing blow and drinking, and
Yeah.
like, bro, we have a podcast to do. we're all here for a reason, bro. Like, why are we doing that? But yeah, and then lo and behold, we all just kind of dropped that, man, and then but yeah, that's pretty cool for me.
All those personalities, it sounds like it would have been a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember. So y'all were doing it live, and I remember tuning in one time. And I was like,
Mhm.
damn, dude.
I did it
All those
live.
people
we did.
All
yeah.
Did y'all do a live and a post as well? Like a
We tried to, yeah. So like we were streaming on Twitch because my roommate Austin at the time, man, he was a big gamer, and he had like 1,000 followers on Twitch for playing COD. Man, we're like, well, that's a good start, you know, just
Yeah.
getting people to see it. And then we would try. Like I was the social media guy. I failed horribly. Like I tried looking up YouTube videos. They're like, Bryce, where's the post? I'm like frantically doing it like it's schoolwork.
It's already on there. I don't know.
And I'm, like,
It's like-
trying
You guys
to
don't
do-
see it yet? You guys don't see it yet?
Yeah.
It's like going through your backpack with the teacher. Who's in here? I don't know.
Yeah,
My dog ate it.
Yeah. Phone storage, man. Phone storage. But yeah, we had ours set up like with actual mics and stuff like that, and like webcams. So,
all
like,
right. You don't have to shit on ourselves.
No, that's cool because, dude, like honestly, like y'all sound so much better because like it's so clear. Like ours, like you have everybody trying to talk at the same time and just overlapped, and it just got to be.
Y'all didn't have. Well, he's kind of our moderator. That's like when everybody's talking, guys, in the Sly voice, you know, and he kind of keeps everybody on track. But you said like 6 or 7 people on there,
Well, so it was like 4 or 5, yeah.
4 or 5.
I didn't know too much shit about sports, bro. So I'd hop in there and say some stupid shit and then
Yeah.
hop out. But
Baker Mayfield's pretty good.
Exactly. Dude. So, Bryce, what do you think? Man, the better team won.
Yeah.
They did what they did.
Really tonight,
It turned out to be how it should have.
typical.
You sound like the coach. You know?
They went in, gave it 100%. The other team gave it 102.
That's it. They played 60 minutes and we played 59.
I believe you. I believe you.
So what do you do now?
Man, so yeah, I just started back at Superior, man. That's actually how I know Sly. So I worked there for like 7.5 years before I left to go to Marksville. So yeah, I just started waiting tables again, man. And what's crazy, after going through all this stuff, man, I'm actually going back to school. So crazy thing, life hack. If you if you go to rehab in Louisiana and you graduate your little program, man, there's this thing called the LRS. It's the Louisiana Rehabilitation Services, and they'll pay for school 100% all the way to your master's degree. So,
Bro, who wants to go in the military? Like,
I was about to say, do a lot of blow, have a lot of fun with it, and then just go recover. Like
that is a life hack. Man.
and then if you don't have an addictive personality, you're good. Like when it's time to hang it up, it's just I did a little blow for 6 months. It ain't ball a day, it was good.
I never knew they had that. That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, I didn't either, man. And like when I found that out, I was like, "What are you telling me?" Because like I went to LSU.
It's kind of incentivizing,
Exactly. I went to LSU fresh out of high school, man. So I went to middle school and high school in Virginia Beach, Virginia. My dad's in the Navy, or my stepfather. And dude, when I went to LSU, bro, like I went balls to the wall, bro. I was a little beach rat, surfer kid.
Hell yeah.
I could get that vibe from you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I could see it, man.
Went down there and just partied my ass off, the ominous morning of my life ahead of me. So like I just ended up dropping out, man, just continuing.
Were you kind of like a Steve will do it type of guy or what?
Kind of, sort of.
One of the Nelk boys, it sounds like. It sounds like that type of lifestyle,
Yeah, I was fucking wild, man. And what's crazy about it is like, I come from a good family, dude. Like, I didn't want for anything. I was somewhat spoiled, still am a little bit, not ashamed to say it, man. My family loves me, dude. And that's the crazy thing about this whole disease thing that I've come to know that I have, man, is that like shit doesn't discriminate, bro. Like it doesn't matter if you're black, white, poor, whatever you are, man. Like all walks of life, this can affect you, man. And I don't know, man. Like subconsciously, I think when I went down to LSU, I was like, fuck my parents. I'm gonna do what I want.
Absolutely.
A little like rebellious side.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not uncommon. It's not uncommon.
No, that's pretty. I would say normal.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
human nature, man, for us to rebel.
Right.
And like it's not even rebelling. It's like even if you grew up with a pretty long leash, as soon as you taste a little bit of freedom, you don't know how to.
You want to taste some more?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The nasal drip.
And that's what I think it kind of happened, man. Like my parents weren't really strict on me. I can go out and do what I wanted, but they were like, "Hey, like check in, be home by 12." But like he said, when I finally got out there, dude, I was like, freedom, because they were 3,000 miles away in Virginia, bro. I wouldn't answer my phone. I'll just do what I want.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, but yeah, and then
how far from Norfolk is that?
Probably about 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So Norfolk is in Hampton Roads area.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a buddy who was in the Navy over there, and it's a beautiful little town, man. It really is. I mean, it's a badass place to be. I couldn't imagine going to a party school over there.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a couple, man. I know Virginia Tech is for sure. I'm sure they all are, man. But there's like this one school that like everybody knew about called Radford, and that was like a huge party school. Like everybody went there just to party and just barely get a degree. What's crazy is I had a couple buddies go there, man. They graduated and got their degree, and I'm like, damn, dude. Should have went to Radford. Why'd they go to LSU, man?
That's why I didn't pursue a university. I went to community college for a little while. I'm glad I didn't do university because I definitely knew from the jump I would have been going for the experience rather than the education.
Yeah. I'm glad I did the same thing because I know for a fact I was gonna party, man. I wouldn't.
And sometimes I still regret it. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, damn.
I was
But
just having this conversation today with my sister. She calls me, and she's been in a decently serious relationship with this guy she's been with, and he's a great guy, man. Like, he really is, and he's done nothing but treat her amazing. They broke up today, right? she calls me and she's like, it was totally mutual and cool.
Mhm.
You know, she was like, look, I'm just trying to figure myself out, yada yada. You know, the normal, you know, teenage girl stuff.
Yeah.
But we were talking about that, and she was like, you know, she has a bad habit of comparing me, you know, her success on where she's at, where I was at, and I'm like, no, dude, I was an idiot. I hit the ground running, thinking I wanted to start a career immediately, and it's like, you know, I was like, I didn't want the college life. I was like, that's not something that I ever dreamed of or really wanted at all. And you know, I ran cross country forever, so it was like if I was going to go to college, it was gonna the grind was going to continue to have to run.
You never watched Blue Mountain State, bro? You know what I'm talking about? You gotta know.
I know exactly.
Blue Mountain State, bro.
I've seen it.
Come on, bro.
Not
When I seen Blue Mountain State, that was immediately like college. Yeah, let's go. Sign me up, bro. If that's what college is like, fucking sign me up. That's the only reason I toured some colleges. I went and toured a little bit, and I didn't see any parties. So I was like, all right.
That first episode, the opening scene, I was like, I could probably go to college.
yeah. It'll make you contemplate it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, right off rip. That's crazy.
I forgot when I was in high school, man, there was like this YouTube channel or this page that would tour colleges, and they would show like the party scenes of each college, bro. And then LSU came up, and I'm like, yes, brother, that's exactly what I mean. Because I was a diehard LSU fan, bro.
Yeah, because they rank all the colleges based off of the party scene and stuff. They have like actual rankings online. I remember looking up.
It was number one for the longest. I don't know if they still are. But
Lizzie went to number 3. She was SBC.
Okay, yeah.
Santa Barbara.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's your girlfriend.
Did she partake?
My wife.
Your
Yeah.
wife, yeah.
Did she partake? Was she a party animal?
No. So
she doesn't give me party animal vibes.
No, she was the more. She took philosophy.
She was there for education, not parties.
Yeah. She would go out. She would say that she would go and contemplate out on the beach, and I was like, oh.
I kind of get where you're going with this.
Like, okay, you're boring.
Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah.
No, I think I got lucky with that one.
No, absolutely.
Could have been bad.
I'd be worried if my girl was partying her ass off in college, bro. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
What's that hurt, bro? Dude, no. Back in high school, I was dating a girl that was 2 years above me, and I remember going to my junior year. She was going to college, and my fucking heart just sank to my ass, bro. Like, my girl, like, and then you think, like, of course, you think your girl is like beautiful and shit. So you're like, fuck, she's about to go to college and like be partying and be with all these older guys who have like are going for specific reasons and shit. And I'm trying to be a rapper. And I was fucked. I'm fucked. Yeah.
The rapper part is what
my music video didn't blow up.
This guy's about to be a fucking neurosurgeon.
This guy's going to be doctors and shit. Freshman year, she's going to be a senior. It's over.
What was crazy about that is I think that the school was known for like nursing and shit too. So she was going to get swept up by a
male nurse, bro. That's the worst. I called my buddy.
There's some smooth motherfuckers, bro. Some of them are, bro, for sure. Yeah. I
called my buddy, and we ran together all through high school, and I ended up going back and running in college. But I called him out the blue because I had like 17 Andrews in my phone, right? And I tried to remember him by the last numbers. Well, he's got very close to my other buddy. I FaceTime him, and he's fucking naked in his bed. He answers the phone. He goes, "What's up, buddy?" I was like, "Hey, man." And we just caught up for like an extra 30 minutes, man. Like, I haven't talked to him forever.
Yeah.
And he was going for nursing. And I was like, "What got you into nursing, man? Like, what?" And he was like, "Dude, fucking MILFs."
You never went to the doctor's office and just had a hot ass fucking nurse come in, bro. He knew from a young age what he wanted to do.
Yeah, that dude was committed, man. Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah. Oh, he's got a baddie too. So.
Oh, sure he does, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Both got good jobs, man.
Yeah, he travels. I'm sure cheats on her. It's great.
That's great.
Come back home to the same thing. Like, yeah, baby, I'm home.
Dude, if you're answering random FaceTimes naked in bed, I know
you kind of got a nice idea.
What time was this call at?
Dude, this is probably 10:30, bro. 9 or 10:30.
AM?
Yeah. No, PM.
Okay. Damn, he's living it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's doing good, man. I'm happy for him.
That's good for him. I'm glad.
Yeah, the MILFs. That's all he got in for. I'm
Bryce,
sure in the money.
Bryce, you want to kind of like elaborate on your story a little bit?
Yeah, man, I can.
Yeah, we gotta stop bullshitting. We be bullshitting.
Oh, you're good, bro. That's what it's about.
Let's get on topic, bro. Let's get on topic.
I enjoy it.
We're 3 inches short.
Yeah, 3 inches short, dude. Perfect name, bro.
Because it was a
how many times you see, like, like in football, they're like diving, it's like 3 inches short, or like someone's putting a golf ball, it's just 3 inches short. But yeah, man. So, like I said, bro, like I had a good family, man. My mom had me out of wedlock when she was 23 from my sperm donor of a father, is what I like to call him, man. He was never around. She broke up with him as soon as she found out she was pregnant with me, man. He was heavy into meth, selling it, doing it, all that stuff, man. And she wanted to separate herself. So her and I moved to Memphis, and that's where she ended up meeting my stepdad when I was 7. They got married when I was 9, and then we got shipped up to Virginia Beach, Virginia. And what's crazy is, like, my whole life, man, like I knew my dad was that drug addict, that bad piece of shit guy. And I told him, I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to do that. I'm never going to smoke weed, never going to do all these bad things. And then, dude, I don't know, man, just like that being in Virginia Beach, like that, like that beach lifestyle, man, let's go smoke some weed and go to the beach, bro. Like, I finally caved when I was 16, man. And like, I remember like it was yesterday, man, it was Halloween of my sophomore or junior year. And me and my buddies are smoking weed out of an apple on his porch, handing out candy to little kids, eating goldfish, bro. Like, having the time of my life, man. I'm like, dude, this is it, bro. Like, I love this feeling, man.
I found out what life's about.
Yeah. Like, why have I not found this shit before? And then, dude, like, ever since then, bro, like, I started smoking weed before school, man. Like, I played football, man. I was dressing varsity as a sophomore, man. I was good grades, honor roll, all this stuff, man. And then once I started smoking weed, bro, that was like really all I was concerned with, really and truly, man.
Yeah.
I was smoking weed before school. I was having my neighbor who was 15, because she had her permit, I was having her drive my Jeep to school so I could smoke my little Gatorade bottle ratchet piece on the way to class, bro. Rolling into class, smelling like dank, man. And then I ended up getting into LSU, man, like I was telling y'all. And I went down there with like a full vengeance of like, I'm going to have the time of my life.
Yeah.
And my dad, well, my stepdad, you'll hear me say my dad, since he's in the Navy, they had this thing, the post 9/11 GI Bill, which allows him to pass it to his kid. So I was on his dime, essentially, man. That first semester, man, I got a 2.1. And my dad's like, Bryce, you got to do better. All right, got you. Yeah. Second semester, I got a 1.7. I did way worse, man. I started selling weed here and there, man. Like, oh God, I hope nobody calls the cops. What's the
statute of
limitation?
Yeah, I think you're all right.
I think it's 7 years, right? Something like that.
Something like that.
Oh, God. Sorry, Mom. But yeah, and then I was dating this chick at the time, man, and her and I were really good. Like, we dated for pretty much like my whole, I think probably like 2 or 3 months into my freshman year, we started dating. And my dad's like, bro, you got to figure it out. Like, I can't keep funding your little party venture.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever. Like, I love this girl though, man. Like, this girl's the one for me. So my grandma was like, why don't you go work with your Uncle Mike? And he's in the oil field. And I was like, okay. So I started doing research. If you work a year in Louisiana and file taxes, you're a state resident. I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to work, stack up some bread, and then go back to school. And that's what I did, man. And like, I tried blow once or twice my freshman year. It really wasn't my thing, man. I was more of that chill guy that's, smoking weed, drinking. So I ended up going back to school with like $45,000 in the bank account, as a 20-year-old, bro. And, future alcoholic drug addict that I was, bro. Like, I blew through all of that within a year, dude. Like, buying a half ounce of weed, eighth of wax, like every other week. One of my friends, man, he was selling blow, and he'd give me blow just to crash on my couch. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, dude, it's fine. I'll be playing video games while he's just passed out in the back. And then I wanted to go back to back in the oil field, and I ended up failing a drug test. First
saw that coming.
Yeah, no, right? No, I didn't, because all right. So here's the kicker. So the girl I was dating at the time, to get the job in the first place, she brought me one of those drinks you drink. You know, you drink it and you pee 2 or 3 times. And,
and
it's good to go. Yeah, one of those like clean piss things. Yeah, right? And it worked. Right, the second time, bro, they're like, Bryce, you're gonna pass your drug test, right? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm good. I'm like, all right, man, go to work. That day we got off early. I guess I overheated. That drink was pushing everything out of my body, man. And I ended up falling out, dude. Like, next thing I know, the EMTs were like pumping on my chest, and I had to go to the ER. They ended up finding out that I had pot in my system, lost the job, man. Damn. And then, so I didn't have a job. And then me and my grandfather were up in Shreveport, killing time, waiting on my cousin to get out of his open house at Bird. And when we went to Superior, man, and just having a beer. And like, I'd worked in a restaurant in BR. And I just applied for shits and gigs, bro. And then the guy was like, all right, man, we'll see you Thursday. And I'm like, oh, shit. All right.
Okay.
So I show up Thursday, man. And they're like, all right, bro, you got to cut your hair, get a social security card. All right, bet, it's fine. And at this point in my life, man, like, I was kind of doing Xanax a little bit, you know,
just kind of
dabbling.
I wasn't doing too much.
Yeah. Nothing crazy.
It was recreational.
It was a regular dose.
Yeah, man, I wasn't taking the whole bar. I was just taking a little bit. But man, just like that, the whole thing, man, kind of sum it up a little bit. Just like that restaurant lifestyle for me, man. I was taking a little bit of Xanax to kind of calm my nerves, serving tables, man. And then I started bartending.
You never had like a experience of passing out or blacking out during work with Xanax?
No. So I only took a little quarter of it. Yeah, and I wasn't smoking, I wasn't drinking, because I've had bad experiences with Xanax before.
You weren't doing bars?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because that sounds so risky to be doing at work.
Yeah,
bro. Fuck.
No, funny story, man. Like, first time I took a Xanax bar, it was one of those Green Hulks back in BR. My buddy was like, here, bro, take this. And then I drank, and then I had this Four Loko, bro. And then, like, I took it at 10.
Fuck.
I think, I don't remember.
We're talking about back when Four Lokos were stronger than they are now.
Yeah, Four Lokos, man. And I woke up in my buddy's apartment across from Tigerland. Scratches on my face. I have a scar on my back, dude. Like, lost my ID, lost my keys, lost all this stuff. Come to find out, I was so I had 2 guys that lived right next to each other, like 2 of my friends. And I'm going from door to door, banging on each door, trying to get somebody to let me in. Finally, I got in, man. But yeah, dude. And then I started bartending, bro. And
what did they start you out doing when you first got to Superior? Were you dish duty, or what were you?
No. So it's funny, man. The guy that tried to get me on, Jesse Martinez. I don't know if you guys know him.
Yeah.
But he was bar backing at the time, and he wanted the bartend. So he was like, "Man, bro, you got to hire this guy so I could come bar back, and he could come bartend."
Yeah.
And then they had me working in the service. Well, so like I did the whole kitchen thing. Like I worked in the kitchen, expo, worked in the service bar, and then they're like, "Man, we need a server," and I'm like, "Look, I can serve tables. Like I can do it." They're like, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro." So I started serving tables probably for about a year or 2, man. Place is a whole different animal. I mean, if you guys have been there, I mean, you know, firsthand. I mean, yeah. Like,
I think it used to be busier than what it is now.
Oh, I think it was. I think it's on the up and up right now, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Esteban's doing a lot of good stuff. Like the bar manager, he's doing a lot of good stuff there.
I love Superior, man. I mean, just as a restaurant and a bar, like, I love going there. You guys are dangerous, though. Margaritas, bro.
That's how people go, man. Those damn margaritas.
Bro.
I love it though. It's there's a lot of cool people that go up there too. A lot of the regulars up there are pretty cool.
For sure.
Every time I go there, like some of the people, I didn't work there too long, but a lot of the people, it's like I've worked there so long because they just will still like, hey, what's up, Cam, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
They barely remember my name.
I'm almost positive I've seen you there. Almost positive.
Oh, probably so,
I
man.
mean, because I used to go in there quite a bit, but mainly it was it was with a group of people. So,
right.
But that's cool, man.
Yeah.
We always stayed on the patio. Did you work the patio?
Yeah, I worked the patio bar, man. I'd work both bars, man. I prefer the patio, to be honest with you. I ain't splitting no money with nobody. I ain't gonna worry about carrying somebody's weight, bro. But dude, like regardless of where you work, you know, serving, bartending wise, man, you're gonna make money at that place. Yeah. That's the reason I came back, dude. Is like I know where the money's at, you know, and it's so hard to not go back where you're comfortable, man. Like you know the clientele, like you said, bro. Yeah. Like I walk in there and it's like, Bryce, where you been? Where you been? They just throw money at you sometimes, man.
Yeah.
But
I think all of us have bartended at the stable, and it's I always tell people, I'm like, man, there's no faster money in the world than bartending, man. For real though,
really, truly.
I mean, I can't name you one, you know, where you can go with no experience, and go and fucking knock it out, you know, have $1,000 night.
Legal, that is.
Yeah.
I was just about to say prostitution.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I guess
I'd lose money, huh?
I was gonna say, I guess that's our male. That's our male version of prostitution. Is fucking
alcohol,
bartending, bro.
Exactly.
Because I mean, with that, you just gotta be cool. Like you just gotta have a cool personality. Like people go into the bar, they want somebody cool serving them. Like that's the best word I would use for it. Because you can't be fucking an asshole or just don't talk at all. Like
I think
it's very much personality driven. Same with waiting as well.
Sure.
As long as you're cool and efficient. You know, if you get your shit down, you know where stuff's at, bro. It's a breeze. It's easy money. I mean,
I was a dumbass back then, but I was funny. So like people would just find me funny because I'd be fucking shit up or whatever. Like
breaking glasses. And shit.
I gave them some type of entertainment. And
I broke a glass of ice. So sorry.
But and they still fucked with you, bro. Like I'd drop a glass and somebody hand me $50. I'm like, oh, let me drop another one.
Yeah, go
oh, y'all like it when I'm stupid. Oh, man.
I'm just a big idiot.
Look at me, guys. Look at me.
Little they know, it was no act.
It wasn't. It wasn't. It was fun. It was fun, man. Had a lot of fun. So
yeah, and that's the thing about it, man. Is like it's a lot of fun working out there, man.
It's a lot of fun.
It can take a hold of you, man. You know, because at first, man, like. I know bartenders take shots and stuff like that. You know, at first, like I'm not doing that, bro. I got to be on my P's and Q's, man. But eventually, you know, you earn your stripes, quote unquote, man. And you know, it's not promoted to take shots with your customers, but if somebody buys you a shot, dude, screw it, bro. I'm gonna take a shot with them.
Yeah.
You know, and then. You know, lo and behold, one shot a day turns into 2 or 3. You start getting customers who know you want to take a shot. Yep. They walk in. You're already pouring it up for them when they walk in, dude. And then, you know, you're 8 shots deep at 9 o'clock at night, bro. You still got 2 hours to go. Yeah. And then you get off of work. And then you get
and you're at a bar already.
Exactly. You get that second wind, you know. It's crazy how that works, man. It is,
man. That's exactly how it works. You don't know.
And that little bag in my pocket sure was a help too, bro.
Yeah, it was just I think it was just the atmosphere that it's a fun atmosphere. Like, and then being surrounded by so much alcohol and knowing that you can drink it.
Oh yeah.
I have horrible self-discipline sometimes. Sometimes it's not so bad, but in some cases it's extremely bad. And I don't know.
Like what?
And I don't know when to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like with anything, bro.
Thank God you're self-employed.
Thank God. No, thank God. Actually. Yeah. Because, being surrounded by alcohol. Bro, I was always like, I was the one who came in at fucking 9 a.m. and we're just like stalking the bar. And I'm like, let's take a shot. Like, let's take breakfast. Let's get ready for the day. Like, knowing damn well we're about to be tired at 2 p.m. because we took shots in the morning. Yeah.
Well, my boss said he'd cut my dick off if I drank on the job, so I was a little nervous about it.
Yeah, you had a pretty good reason not to.
I need that,
yeah. But no, they were super laid back at Superior and everything too. So
I remember when you first starting there, I was like, hey man, look, Superior, it's not just.
What did he say? His famous words was like, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's not just a serving or bartending job. It's a lifestyle. You know,
and
it will take hold.
I took that lifestyle like, all right, bet. So there's fucking a bunch of blow that I can find the fuck, and I'm just like, there's alcohol and everybody wants to drink and do things, and I'm
there's
just
hot
like,
women rolling around, dude.
You know?
All over the
older
place.
too, with divorce money. I'm like,
and you got that shirt on, bro. That's power right there. You know?
That shirt, bro.
That bartender shirt's power,
Yeah,
man.
bro.
Your ego starts boosting up. You're like, I am the fucking man, bro.
Well, they're smart with it. They make them fit right, bro. They make them fit right.
Yeah.
To where look like some nice, efficient young men.
It's very funny you said earned your stripes, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I feel like every job that I've ever gone into or every career field I've gone into, I've always been the young cat, right? Like, always been the youngest that's there. And I would get hazed like you wouldn't believe.
Sure.
Right? I mean, everyone does, right? But especially if you're young, man, they'll get you.
What's the age gap you're talking about here?
Well, so when I first was a real estate agent at 18, and so it was like 18 versus 40-year-olds, right?
Sure.
And they had me calling out of fucking phone books, and they gave me all of the basically they have an 86 book, and an 86 book is like customers that you do not call,
right?
Because they get fucking pissed, right? I didn't know they gave me like the whole thing. I call everyone. Call everyone in this book, bro. So I start calling, man, and dude, they start threatening. Like, I get these. They really almost fucked me because if they're on a DNC, a do not call list, and you're ringing them, and they've obviously if they're in that book, they're problems anyway, right? So they've had issues with them. They'll call in and they'll be like, "What's your name? What's your name?" And I'm like, you tell them, and they're like, all right, okay, all right, you'll hear from me. And I would get these letters, bro. And it was like from the Trade Commission saying like, you have 2 more warnings before a $15,000 fine.
Oh,
calling these people, bro. Yeah, like from the DNC. And like it was bad. They tried fucking me a few times, but when you do earn it, man, it's funny because you kind of pass it down a little bit,
right?
You're like, I got shit on. Yeah, it's not even that I dislike you, like I'm just gonna. You got to earn your stripes.
Exactly. Yeah, do the same shit I did to get here, man.
Yeah, we've got a funny thing on the lot where we'll go and get a newbie to go and move some of the cars around the dealership, and this was when I was on the sales floor, not in finance now. But we would be like, "Hey, dude, we used to own like 3 stores, so we'd own the Volvo, Jaguar, Range Rover, and Honda, as well as Mercedes." Okay. And we would tell them like, "Hey, dude, we need to move some of these cars. We need some more room. Go get the lot stretcher." And they'd be like, "You can't give them time to think, though." You'd be like, "Yeah, go get the lot stretcher." Dude, we need it now. Go check the back with parts, see if they got it, right? So he'd run back there and he'd ask, parts, and then they'd, fucking chuckle a little bit, and they're like, "No, Honda's got it." So dude, we did this for like 5 people, bro. 4 or 5 people, and like
You guys want the lot stretcher back there in the parts?
Yeah.
Lot stretcher? Yeah, the fuck is a lot stretcher? So ask one of the guys back there. They know what you're talking about.
And the GM would come out and be like, "Where's the new kid? Like, where's the new kid?" Be like, "You're like, I don't know.
I didn't see that. I said this. Let's head towards Honda.
Last time I heard, he was asking somebody for a lot stretcher.
Yeah, no, we can't say that because then they know it was us. Like, we'd be like, "I don't know, man." Then he'd come back and they'd get all pissed and they'd be like, "Where the fuck have you been?" And he's like, "They told me to go get a lot stretcher." I'm starting to think it's not real.
I'm starting to think this shit's not real. That's funny as shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's hilarious.
It's some of those things, man, when you gotta get baptized with fire a little bit.
Right, exactly.
I think, what's the fun in it if you don't? Yeah. Like, we had this thing, your first out of town meet, your first travel meet for cross country, you have to shave your head, right? And
that's legit. Like, you have to.
Legit. Like, we would shave your head. And it wasn't if you liked it or not.
Right.
Like we're getting your ass, right? So we had this kid who he was just a Bible thumper, man. Nothing wrong with that, but just very, clean cut. The whole family, he ended up going to the Naval Academy. So yeah. He's no joke. So did his brother, and he was like, dude, I'm not gonna shave my head. I'm not gonna shave my head. And we're like, oh, you're shaving your head.
You are.
yeah, we're getting you. And we had this guy, Simon. So his mom called us and she was like, hi, this is Cole's mom. Cole's having some anxiety about going on the trip with you guys. Something about you guys are gonna shave his head. I just I'm asking, as a parent, can you not do that to my baby and all this stuff? And we were like, no, we're absolutely gonna shave his head. Like,
ma'am, I don't know who you think you are.
Yeah, so
you're not gonna ruin our fucking fun.
So she calls the coach, right? And he's like, look, just to be clear, hazing is completely not allowed, at the school. Mm-hmm. And we're like, yeah, coach, yeah. I understand. yeah. So we were like,
already planted the bomb.
We're like, dude. The bomb's planted on me, bro. So he goes, we're like, all right, Cole, since you're a bitch, we're going to give we're gonna give you an ultimatum, right? You have to dress. Like, get into a dress, and we're gonna go to this mall. And if you don't pick up, we're all in suits. Like, we always wore suits anytime we went. So we're dressed to the nine. He's in an actual dress, and
he did this.
He did this. So
he didn't want to shave his head.
I'm about to say, dude did not want to shave his head. Right?
So we go to this mall, and we're like, you have to get a girl's number, like, and he's walking around and he's just begging. Like, not even trying to be cool. Just a
guy in boots and a dress. Ma'am, can I get your number?
Yeah. So he's begging. And the girls team's with us, right? So, and they're like, the girl teams feel bad for him at this point, right? Because they're like, oh, dude, this guy, he's in trouble, right? Yeah. So we're walking around and they're trying to be his wingman to get this number, and they're like, come on, he's cute, yeah, you don't let the dress bother you, nothing like that.
Why didn't one of them just give him their number?
No, that wouldn't count. So he comes back and he's like, I got a girl's number. I'm like, yeah, sure, exactly. So we get back to the hotel and we're like, call her. If she don't answer, if we don't hear a fucking girl on that line, bro, it's over with, right?
Dude, y'all were holding him to the fucking.
Well, we all got our head shaved.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. There's pictures of me at my first homecoming with a fucking shaved head. Dude, these ears are big enough. I can't have a shaved head, bro. It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah.
So
this is being real.
I had to deal with it. He's getting his fucking head shaved.
Yeah.
So anyway, we call. A girl picks up, right, and we're like, hey. Who is this? And she's like, you called me. And we're like, we're like, who are you? All this stuff. Are you related to Cole in any way, or all this stuff?
Are you related?
And I was like, look, it is extremely important. Like, you don't understand, that you tell me the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
we have him now.
How did you get his number?
We have him.
I said, how did he get your number? And she goes, well, he gave me $20. Over. So he starts throwing punches, bro. Right, he starts throwing punches because he's out $20 and he wore the dress. Right, so
now he's about to get his head shaved.
Yeah. So he locks himself in his room. Right, and we get this guy Simon, right, who shaved my head, incidentally. we go send him downstairs, and he says that his wife's up in that room, and he needs the room key, right? So we wait till like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, right? And
this is gold.
We go, sneak in that bitch, right, dude? We Full Metal Jacketed his ass.
Oh yeah.
We towels over the bed, the whole thing. And I jumped on his chest, and I was just, I mean, dude, it was for a vengeance, dude. I was ready. Yo, dude, he was kicking, screaming.
That's terrible.
So he gets done. And, we're like, all you need is one good strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, one down the middle, you're shaving the rest. Yeah, I mean, because you're not going reverse mohawk. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be doing
an inverted mohawk.
Yeah, you can't be doing
y'all at the door? Guys, I just need one strike.
That's all. I was like, we got to get in and out. It was like we were a mobilized team, dude. For sure. It's team bonding is what it was. So we get them, and so he comes downstairs that morning, and we're there for a regional meet, right? We're supposed to be on our end game. We're fucking exhausted, right? Because we just stayed up all night taking this dude out, right? And he comes down with his head shaved, and our coach just turns red. He's so mad because he knows he's about to get 100 phone calls from his mom and everything like that. For sure. Yeah, so yeah. I think it's important. Is my whole moral of that story. I think it's very important that you you earn your strike.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Okay. A little wheeling and dealing.
No. We're just being good boys over here.
What's going on under that table?
Nothing.
Stop touching me, dude.
Dude, that's not me.
Look at
this little dry hobo shirt down over there.
Dude, chill out. I'm not supposed to bring attention to it, bro. Come on.
I know y'all did some weird shit in varsity. I know y'all did.
Nah, man, really and truly, bro, there really wasn't hazing like that in
Really?
high school. Nah, man, really. Yeah, none of that stuff, dude.
Not at all.
Nah,
There's
not
no
really.
stories of you getting fucking swirlied or
Not really, dude.
Tell your swirly story.
He's like, he's got to have a swirly story. No, I don't.
You got to give it the swirlies, huh?
Nah, bro. There was never. We didn't really have. Nah.
I've never actually. Seen swirly.
I've never seen.
Does it even work?
Dude, honestly, I think it's too wild.
Flush the water. Water just goes down. It's like
right.
But it's like very dangerous. I feel like to have somebody upside down, head in a fucking toilet. Yeah. Well, that's always how I thought about it. Because then, like the exaggerated views of it, like in a movie, it'd be a big bully and a small kid getting bullied. So they'd pick them up by their feet and dunk them. But I'm like, dude, I would never do that because you got water fucking running there.
It seems like some Guantanamo shit, really. Like,
it seems like some over the top shit. Like, I would do some hazing, but I couldn't take it that far. I don't know. I don't think I could do a swirl. I put them in a trash can. Put somebody in a trash can.
You put somebody in a trash can?
Nah, I don't think so. Actually, I probably have, but like just on some like I've never done it on some like real serious like bullying shit, but it was something I'm cool with. Yeah.
See, I wasn't a bully. I couldn't be a bully.
No, bro, I'm sorry. I have, dude. I remember. I remember when I got a smartphone in school, and I was in like intermediate school. This is actually kind of an embarrassing story. I'm not gonna tell a story. I'm not gonna tell a story, bro.
Come on, man.
Dude,
you can't do that.
This is honestly, now that I'm like really thinking about it, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. It's just gonna make me look bad. Anyways, we're here. So we listen and we don't judge before the story. All right. No. Yeah. We don't judge. All right. So anyways, there was this like really fat kid that was in my class.
Oh yeah,
this kid's gonna watch this.
And I had watched videos of like pranks and shit, I guess, like recently. So I had like pranks on my mind. I told some of my buddies, I'm like, hey, we should start a YouTube channel and doing pranks and shit. And they were like, yeah, let's do it. So I'm like, I got the first idea. We're gonna trip the fat kid. We go outside. And in my head, I'm like, it's all fun and games. It's just gonna be fun. It's just gonna trip and everybody's gonna laugh, right?
Oh, God.
Like, but
Yo, this is
I'm completely thinking this through from like such an ignorant kid perspective. So we go outside and I told my homeboy to record it, and I fucking tripped this fat kid while we're all walking in a line. You know, like back then you had to walk in a line and shit.
Yeah.
You guys can laugh, so I don't feel so bad.
On cue. Ready? 1, 2.
Cue, come on. Thank you.
This is a
Stop.
laugh
All
track.
right, that's enough, guys. That's enough. But yeah, and then
How'd you trip him though? Like, did you like just swipe his legs? Or
Nah,
did you,
bro. I want to say two. I can't remember who recorded and who was doing the tripping. I might have done the tripping. I might have done the recording. This was like back in intermediate school. We're talking like 5th, 6th grade. But I just know there was 3 of us. One of us was recording, and then 2 of us had tripped him. So one person was kind of like I guess influencing the top of him because he's a big guy. So it's like, you know, you gotta like kind of give him a little push sometimes. You know? And somebody put their foot in front. So one person's like the foot guy, and the other one's kind of a top heavy. You know, a little bit of momentum.
Yeah.
And then there's whoever was recording. I think I was recording. But so I didn't trip him. I just recorded it.
Did he get hurt?
He didn't get hurt. I think his glasses. He wore glasses. His glasses fell out, bro. I mean, dude. On a serious note, I never had seen my dad so fucking disappointed in me. Whenever imagine this. I'm in the fucking principal's office, and my dad's in there, and the principal slides in my phone with the fucking video, and my dad is a man of principle, like way more than me, and he's watching that, and he's just like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I look like the biggest fucking douchebag in the world, and it was a huge douchebag move, and yeah, bro, that completely like fucked me up, bro. I was like, damn, like I'm a piece of shit, bro, and yeah. I don't remember why I was telling the story, but yeah, that's kind of the story. It was funny at first, and then it was kind of serious. It really wasn't.
I used to jump on people's.
Yeah, I'll take it.
If people had they were double strapping, you know, their backpacks, like the normal way.
Yeah,
the normal way. Yeah.
Those kids who had the ones that.
I forgot.
Messenger bags.
Yeah, I did it to you the other day.
Yeah.
Or I jump on the back of you. I call it saddlebagging, and it's perfect because it's like a saddle. You jump up on it, and you got a little handle there.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
And bro, they can't do shit. Like they can't take it off. So I would like ride people through the hallway.
That sounded wild.
If I saw you, like, you know.
You double strapping on your
you double strapping. We did have on gel wings. So same guy, Cole.
Poor guy.
He was dating this girl named Angel, and he was just. We don't believe he was dating her, right? Like she went to a different school, and like, you know, he would talk about her. Like, he would go and see her at meets and maybe talk to her for like 10 minutes. And I was like, dude, if you're really dating her, like, you'd hang out with her the whole time, you know? Yeah. Anyway, I didn't believe they were dating. Well, anytime I caught somebody running with their shirt off, right, I would yell on gel wings, and I would smack them as hard as I could in the back, and it would leave a print like that. And it looked like angel wings.
You are bullied.
Right. And
I was about to say, this dude right here is awesome.
I'm so glad that somebody else said something. Don't let me be a piece of shit alone.
And but I gave you warning. Like, I wouldn't just do it. If you heard that, you'd run. Like, you'd be like, all right, I'm getting away.
How much time did you get? He's on Joe Wings, please.
It's pretty quick. You got to be like in downward swing with it.
You got to be on your fucking toes.
Yeah. I mean, it was good fun. I mean, we used to throw. This is all cross country shit. I sound like I peaked in high school, but
has been.
We would find beer bottles and we'd throw them at each other, right? And
Jesus.
So, like, we had this girl who was an alcoholic on our team, and we'd give her. Yeah. And we'd give her $5 to leave all of her bottles at this road sign that was on the way to, you know, on Arthur T going to Parkway. And she would leave all the empty bottles there. We're like, fuck yeah, we got to get out there quick, right? So nobody else gets them.
So no one sees bottles, dude. Yeah. Almost got walked by. It's like, yes, score, dude.
Bottles!
Yeah. So we were running, and there was all, you know, you kind of, the speed separated. There would be groups, you know, so you'd have groups behind us, and we would just fucking throw those bottles like
Did you ever hit anybody?
So I got hit.
Dude.
Nobody else got hit except me. So
that's karma.
Yeah, for sure.
Who created this?
We're running.
Whose idea was it to throw?
Me and my buddy DJ.
So you were part of the idea and part of the victim as well.
Yeah, I was
victim to your own creation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we were running at Stoner Park, and you know, there's the homeless, like camp that's up there.
I don't know.
There is. They called it Narnia. And I swear it's called Narnia. And they would have signs like fucking old cardboard, and it would like have, you know, directional signs.
Oh, really?
To Narnia, yeah.
Okay.
So
That's amazing.
we ran up there, and the first time we ran across there, you know, it's an entire camp, bro. Like there's tons of homeless guys, freaking guys tweaking and shit. And you know, you're like, oh fuck. You know, we turned around and we're like, all right, we need a game plan.
We need a game plan.
Yeah.
We can't be seen.
So we went up there, and we did actually do some good for them. We would go up there and give them waters and stuff like that. You know, all this stuff. Yeah, we weren't assholes to them.
Nice.
But we were like, any bottles you got.
25 cents per fucking bottle,
Yeah,
bro.
dude. So and then we were like, we want the big ones. Give us like the
40s.
The 40s, bro.
Yeah. So this dude gives us a fucking Jack Daniels bottle. We're like, yes, you know.
Thick.
So yeah, it's thick glass. So we're running with these two girls, and we're kind of hitting on them, right? Like DJ ended up dating this girl, and I kind of have a crush on this other one. And as we're running, there's this hill where you can barely see the person at the top, and I forget what we'd yell. It'd be like, cover your eyes or something like that when we threw a bottle. And we're at the top, and we throw the bottle down, and there's this.
This is fucking malicious, bro.
That's awful.
So DJ sees me.
I thought my tripping was bad, bro.
Yeah,
Thank you, bro. This is one time I'm so grateful he has a fucking good ass story, bro.
So he sees me, and I see him with this Jack Daniels bottle.
He's fucking 5 feet away.
Yeah, well, he's up on this fucking hill, and I'm like, I'm tempted fate. I'm like, you know, cover your nuts, cover your eyes, you know, and I go in like this, and I hear it break, and I feel wetness on my leg, right? And I'm like, oh, dude, there was shit in that. And they're all up there going,
oh, man.
So the bottom of the bottle broke, and the top nozzle part came down and stuck into my leg, right?
Holy shit, dude.
Stuck into my leg. And I'm like, oh, like, you know, freaking the fuck out. And you know, we just got done with a 10-mile run. So like my heart rate's up already.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, bro. And I'm like, you know, we go in, and the two girls run down. They're like, oh shit. And I'm like, Lindsay, we need to go to I cannot go to the hospital right now. Like, I had just cut my finger off, and like my parents were already mad about it. So I was like, I can't.
Which finger?
I cut the top of that one off.
Oh, okay.
You kind of see that.
Yeah,
It's got a little like
dude.
smiley face thing. Yeah, that's a different story. But so it sticks in my leg. We hop in the truck, and we've got towels or whatever. It's just bleeding right through. So we go to CVS, and they're like, I'm like, dude, go in there and, I don't know, get like some heavy duty bandages or some shit. They come out with like Band-Aids and fucking, yeah, like the butterfly. Like, oh my God.
He's got to work, bro.
So we go to their house, and I go into like Lindsay's house, and I get into her bathtub. And they're like, it's not sticking. They're like, it's the hair on your leg. We need to shave the hair on your leg. So they get a razor. And I'm like, let me fucking do it. And they're like, no, you're in shock. And
you don't want to do this.
Yeah. Trust me.
So Lindsay starts cutting
That's funny shit.
She starts cutting my hair, dude. And she cuts it open wider.
I was about to say, dude,
right.
she's definitely going to cut it wider.
Yeah, she cuts it wider. And I'm like, oh, like, freaking out even more. And her dad comes home.
Fuck, dude.
There's blood all over the bathroom. I'm in the tub, just like
in shock. I'm in shock.
I'm in shock.
Dude, and
I wanted to shave myself, but she wouldn't let me.
They don't know what to do, so they've been just torturing me. Like they cut me open wider. They poured alcohol all over it, and I'm writhing, bro. I'm doing death rolls in this bathtub. I'm hurting so bad. And so thank God her dad comes home and he's like, he's a bad motherfucker, bro. Like he was special forces. I think he was Marines. He was MARSOC. And dude was badass. He had a staple gun. So he gave me
like a hardware staple gun.
No,
like a medical one.
Like the medical staple.
Okay.
Like the ones that clinch and they staple.
Yeah,
and he was like, dude, all you need is 2 staples. You'll be fine. All this thing.
I've seen it before.
It's just shit. So we get to school and our coach is always on our ass. And he goes, what happened to your leg? And I'm like, dude, there's a pipe somewhere out in the field.
Pipe out there in the world.
In the world.
There's a pipe out there.
Yeah. We weren't supposed
If you can't find it, just keep looking.
We weren't supposed to be at Stoner. So we're at Stoner Park, and we weren't supposed to be. We were supposed to be running at the school, and so he sends our assistant coach to go look for the pipe.
For this pipe, yeah.
And he's out there looking, dude, and he's there from 3 to 5, like looking for this pipe, like as the sun starts to come down. And at this point, he starts to realize, like, he goes,
This motherfucker's alive.
He goes, all right, you're not leaving till we find this pipe. So he sends us out there and we're walking. And I'm talking to DJ. I'm like, what the fuck are we going to do, dude? He's like, my leg hurts really bad. And I'm like, we got to find a pipe.
While he's looking for a pipe, y'all are trying to find one. Like, oh, it's this way, wrong way. We ended up finding the batting cages over there had like this broken up wooden bat that was in there. And we like fucking dug a hole.
There's that. Measuring it, like, where would it be on my leg?
And it was way too low. Like, it was like I would have had to fall and like
kneel down on
it. So yeah, I was fucking stupid, man. It's fucking stupid. Yeah, I told him it was a metal pipe. We sent him a picture of a wooden bat with like new dirt on top of it.
New dirt.
It's like freshly buried burnt dirt. Yeah. Yeah, he made me end up apologizing to the assistant coach.
Yeah.
2 hours will never get back.
Yeah, he got me back though, bro. We had to we had to push his truck. We were doing these drills and we had to push his truck in neutral up and down this like up to the stop sign and back. And we're like, dude, it's fucking hard. Like we got 3 of these cross country guys trying to push this truck, and he's like, oh, sorry, the parking brake was on. After like halfway there, I was like, dude, you just get me back for the fucking pipe.
Did I ever tell y'all that story of when I was building in my back pasture and my friend got injured? Did I say this on the podcast or not?
Okay.
So I had this buddy that lived down the road from me, and we were building a like a clubhouse, like just some little shit because we had like 3.5 acres. So there was a little bit of land where it was like my parents said, you can build something here, you know, whatever. So we started building it and we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. We just had those wood pallets that you put like hay and stuff on. So we had those for like the base, and we had a bunch of wood in our shed that my dad just had collected over the years. And so me and this dude were
Every
building.
dad's got random fucking
Yeah. So
we'll need this one day.
Yeah.
We're building this shit, bro. We're on the walls. We're up to the walls. So we got the whole foundation done. And we're like, cool, let's get the walls. So I sent him to go get the planks for the walls or whatever you call them. I can't remember what you call them, but so I sent him in there, and I'm still over there at the platform. So he goes in the shed, and I hear like this fucking loud ass scream. And my instant instinct was like, he got bit by a snake. Because we had snakes out there. You know, it's a pasture. So, you know, we found numerous snakes out there. So I'm like, he got bit by a snake. Fuck. I go running over there. I go in the shed, and he's got fucking like this thick of a pile of wood laying on half of his calf. And you can see it bent, like how it just kind of like snapped his shit. And he's maybe lower calf. I think it might have been his ankle. It was either his ankle or his actual shin. But anyways,
yikes.
So I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, I'm in football this time, so I've got a little bit of muscle, but I have to get up under it, squat underneath, and kind of deadlift in a way, or squat up the planks off of him. And so we get it out, and then I don't know what the fuck it was, but I did not want to tell my mom what happened. And I told him, we cannot let anybody know what happened. I don't know why this was. I think, again, just being ignorant as a kid and not knowing what to do in the situation. Right. I'm just like, come on. So I throw his fucking arm over my shoulder, and I walk him up to the backyard, and I'm like, all right, basically, you're going to walk down the road and go home, and we're not going to say anything.
Could you even walk? Man's limping, dragging his front, bro. He's dragging down the road.
And the camera crew comes down and trips him. It's a prank, bro.
It's not really broke, bro. It's a prank. Put it back. No, that would have been a crazy finale. Sorry, no, it's not that crazy. No, so my dog got out whenever I had opened the gate from the backyard to walk him out.
It's just gnawing on
my dog got out. So anyways, but I tell him, I'm like, all right, walk home. We're not going to speak about this. And I told him, when you get home, if your mom asks what happened, we have, because there was holes in our back pasture. So I'm like, if you were running through the back pasture, stepped in a hole or something, I think it was his ankle, because that's why I was saying, like, you know, you could have easily broke your ankle from, you know, stepping in a hole wrong. Okay. So that was going to be our cover-up story. Well, again, my dog got out, so I had to tell my mom, like, hey, Freckles got out. We got to go catch her. We hop in the car, and we're driving down the road directly towards his house. I'm like, I hope this motherfucker made it home already.
He's limping down the road.
He's limping down the road. My mom's just driving up like, what the hell? Like, and we see him, and she's like, oh, isn't that your friend?
He's sniffling.
I'm like, yeah, that's him. She's like, wasn't he? And then she was like, baby, what's wrong with this? And he, bro, dude was a fucking G, because he stuck to the story. He was just like, I stepped in a hole, and I'm looking at him like, motherfucker, you stepped in a hole. Yeah. You stepped in a hole, bro.
And he's wondering why. Like, why do I have to tell this story? Why can't I just say this?
I'm shocked.
You're in shock. You stepped in a hole, you're in shock.
You're in shock, man. You don't know shit, bro. But I think it was I thought we were gonna get sued. I was just so young that I was like, we're gonna get sued. They're gonna
fucker's gonna sue.
His family's gonna sue us for everything we have because of this incident.
Hole too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm a young ass kid, bro. Stupid as fuck. But anyway, so my mom, though, like, he played it off well enough to where she was just like, okay, babe, we'll get home safe. And he was right across he was almost home. So she just let him go. She was offering him a ride and all that. And then that was the last time I ever hung out with that guy. Yeah.
I wonder why.
but no, like, I seen him after that. I seen him after that at a store one time and shit. He was like super cool and shit, bro. He had like nothing ever happened. I was just like, fucking great, bro.
He's sticking to the story, dude. It's
what happened on May 15th in 2017? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Glad you still know, all right? Yeah.
Dude, we had this kid that was, he was not even my friend. He was my friend's friend, and he was like a weeb, where he was like indoctrinated into this anime. Like it became his personality.
Oh yeah.
Right, and he was just a weirdo, man. He would bike everywhere. Like he wouldn't ride in cars and shit. And so he rode like 5 miles off of Sligo Road with these punji sticks. Right?
The fuck is a punji stick?
I'm about to get to it.
Okay.
So it's a bunch of bamboo that's tied together, rings, yeah. And I guess you it's like a sport of some kind, right? And he got these things and he thinks he's a fucking G, right? And really to us, me and my buddy Hunter, he was a fucking master at that shit. Cause he had this technique where he would just flail. You couldn't get anything, bro. You couldn't block it. You couldn't. Yeah, it was just, it seemed random, but we thought he was a master, right? So, yeah,
that guy's a master,
dude. So, and they hurt, man. Yeah, dude. So he would do the whole nine, bro. He would pray, like he'd pray with the stick, and then he would get up and he'd flip them bitches around, and then and you're like, and you're like, oh my god, it hurt, man. So we at the time we would play airsoft quite a bit, so we had kind of the airsoft padding, camo and shit. So we'd get like fucking, we looked like hockey players, right? And we're like, I'm getting him today, and he came over here a few times. Well, my dad walked outside and he's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And I'm like, punji sticks.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You didn't play this when you were a kid?
Yeah. And we're like, dude, nobody can beat this guy. Like he's fucking master, right? And my dad's like, give me the fucking stick.
I
love you.
It's funny.
I love it, bro.
So, and please ask him about this story. He tells us so much better too. It's so
next time
funny.
he comes on.
So guy bends down. He's praying. He's like,
please, Lord, let me win this fight.
yeah, he comes up and he's like, turns around. He's ready, right? My dad's just fucking swinging it. Like, he's down here. Dude runs up. He's screaming, ah! He takes one step, wham! And dude, like, leans forward. He's shook, like nobody's ever hit him before. He turns around, ah! And he's like, dude, you better stop. And he fucking hits him. And dude, you can tell he's getting more vicious, So he starts running to my dad, and it's every bit of, if there was any kind of technique, has gone out the window. He's just swinging. He is in survival mode, right? Yeah. So those endorphins are hitting him, and he's trying to get my dad. And my dad goes, "Nah, I fucking told you to stop." And he turns and he hits him so hard it breaks the punji on his back, right? Kid sits down like this. And he doesn't move for a second.
Those are super animated, like, I've been defeated.
Dramatic.
Yeah, it's so dramatic, bro. And he gets up, and me and Hunter are both like, like, no way. Yeah, we're blown away.
This guy's definitely shooting up the school when we get back.
So, I swear to you, as I'm sitting here, this is what he does. He walks up to my dad, and he doesn't say anything. And my dad's still holding the stick, and he hands it to him. And guy has his broken stick, and he goes. He bows to him. We never see him again. He gets on his his little bike, bro.
Change schools and everything.
He goes back out to the woods. He goes back out to the woods to his trainer and shit.
Dude, I think he already carried, man. I'm gonna be real. Like,
I told you, bastard.
Yeah, dude.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You got beat by an old man today.
My dad would do some wild shit, man. He fell through our roof one time, playing airsoft with us.
What?
Yeah.
You got a ladder climbing the roof?
Yeah.
That's
exactly how it was, man. He was shooting it up, and he's like, we're hiding behind his new truck, and he's like, get away from my truck. And like, we'd step out and get fucking lit up. We'd go behind the truck. Nope, that's off limits. And yeah, he was climbing down. We were like, all right, dude, we need to flank him. We'll take that fucking ladder away from him. And then we'll get his ass, right? We'll climb up on the other side.
Yeah.
And it's over. right? So, anyway, yeah. Long story short, he fell through our living room and
all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, well, he fell through the roof, and his leg was in the living room. And, yeah.
His head was, on the roof.
Yeah, like Looney Tunes type. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of like a delay before he fell. He was like, oh, trying to run in place.
Scooby-Doo type stuff.
Yeah. He was like, oh. No, he would. We terrorized the neighborhood kids for sure. We used to make smoke bombs and fire tennis balls.
Oh, yeah. I've done that before.
What'd you do? Soak them in something?
No. We would cut them open.
Yeah.
And then we put matchsticks in it, and then basically if you taped it over, you'd throw it, and the matchsticks would ignite it, and it would just be a flaming ball going around. Yeah. And then we would take ping pong balls, and we'd wrap them in tinfoil.
Yeah.
Right?
Ping pongs produce so much smoke. Like if you.
Oh really?
Yeah. Burn it, it'll just produce.
And we'd take
at least 2 to 3 minutes of smoke.
Apocalypse fact right there.
Yeah, for real.
A shit ton of ping pong balls.
So what we used to do is we'd take a 2x4, and it's my dad would get so trouble. My mom if he found this out. So we're playing with these fireballs and these smoke bombs, right? And we take these 2x4s, and you just take paper towel rolls, and you fucking screw them in to the thing, and you'd spray Axe in them with tinfoil on the back of it, and then you'd put the ping pong ball in there, right? And then it would ignite like that, right? There was no delay. Well, you just take a lighter and it'd go, and it would shoot all of them at once. So you just put them in a line, and we'd set them up on the back of trucks, and
how did you figure this out?
My dad taught me. So,
Genius.
Yeah. And no, they'd shoot off, and dude, it looked like a fucking fire. It was like you could see the smoke from front of the neighborhood. Like it was a lot.
It's fucking nutty, dude.
It was cool. It was cool.
This guy did some nutty shit, bro. He's got some good stuff.
He was fun, man. My dad was fun, but
try to get him back on, bro. Father's Day is when is Father's Day?
June. Is that June? Yeah, June.
Yeah.
Have you spoke to your biological dad?
So last time I saw him when I was 3. That's the last time I really remember seeing him. And then what's crazy, man, is like so I was dating this girl at the time, and I broke up with her for the wrong reasons, man. I went on this like prodigious bender. I don't know if you remember it. I was drunk, fucking loaded for like a week and a half, man. And like at first,
that's more than a bender, bro. That's fucking.
Dude.
I remembered benders as like a whole weekend. This man's talking about a week and a half.
Dude, I mean, and like I was using it as an excuse. Like, oh man, they're like, bro, why are you so upset? You broke up with her. Like, it's your fault.
Yeah, right.
So then, like, of course, like I ran out of blood, ran out of alcohol one night. Called my mom. I'm like distraught. I'm crying. I'm like, Mom, like I don't know what's wrong with me. Also a raging gambling addict too, bro. Like I would go to the casino all the time, and I woke up. So I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, like I have a problem. I can't stop doing blow. I can't stop drinking. She's like, okay, Connie, like calm down. And I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna kill myself, like. And she's like, all right, well, you're gonna stop.
Unless you buy me some more blow.
Unless you buy me some blow, Mom.
Sorry.
Here's the ultimatum.
That's
I need blow now. I'm blowing my head off. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But so she's like, all right, you're gonna stop, right? You're gonna start calling me every day. I'm like, yeah, I got you. Next day, I'm getting loaded at work again, dude. Like, cause like my routine got to be, bro, like.
I'd wake
up to maybe a little bit of blow that I tried to save, because I would stay up all night, bro, and I'd be doing blow like all alone in my house, just sitting there watching TV.
Dude, that sounds horrible.
Doing blow, drinking, whatever. So like I'd wake up, man, to licking the Coke off my table, and then I would go to Superior, immediately walk over to the Fireball machine. And, dude, pour fat Fireball, man. But I say all I'd say. So like I stopped calling my mom. Like I just didn't call her. She called me like 40 some times in one day. I was like, I'm not gonna stop calling you until you answer. So I'm at work one day, man, and I go to the kitchen to grab something, and then I come out, and my dad's standing there, like my stepdad, and they're in Memphis, bro. So I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? He's like, I got your shifts covered. You owe me 48 hours. What?
I remember that.
Whatever. Fuck it. All right. So I close everybody out. And like my dad, dude, like he's a military guy, bro. Like he's very like emotionally stable. Like I've never seen him act this way, man. And he's sitting at the bar. I'm like, what are you doing here? And he just starts telling me, he's like, and like I could see him getting emotional. And I'm like, nah, hold on, calm down. Like, hold on, stop. Like, let me finish this and we'll leave. So we end up leaving, man. And we're driving to my grandparents' house. And he's like, well, I called your dad and you're going to go see him and talk to him. Because I hadn't talked to him in 25 years, bro. I really hadn't talked to him at all. I called him one night and I just cussed him out. And he, piece of shit, fuck you, blah, 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 and hung up. So my dad took me down there to go see him, bro, to see what my life was going to be like if I didn't straighten up, you know? So we go to Ball, Louisiana, and I go see my real dad, man. I talk to him, and, you know, I get out of the conversation. Like, really and truly, like, the conversation was like, why aren't you there? Like, why don't you try? You know, he's like, it's more complicated. I'm like, fuck complicated. Like, you know, at least try, you know, dude. Like, I didn't want anything from him as a kid, bro, but, like, I never got a birthday card. Like, my grandparents on his side only gave me, like, $100 money order, whatever. I don't care about that. You know, just that, you know, just show some effort, bro. So we get back in the car, and my dad's like, oh, you got it, right? Like, you're good? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm good. I'm never doing blood. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done doing this. And all that was in my mind, bro, was that bag of blow I had at my house sitting on my armoire. And, yeah, dude, it just progressed from there, man. And like, so there's this guy named Joe McQuaney, and he came up with this education stuff for recovery. It's called Recovery Dynamics, man. And he teaches, and like this is what I learned while I was in treatment, man. But he had this statement he made, man. He says, a man only knows he's trapped when he's trying to escape. You know, I didn't know how far off or how down bad I was until I tried to stop, you know.
Yeah.
Because I had tried to stop before, man. Like, I didn't mention this, but dude, like, I got my first DWI when I was 22. That one got dropped to a non-moving violation because my grandfather knew the DA in Mansfield. And then I got one when I was 26, 27, and then I got one more when I was 28, you know. So I got my last one August 7th of 23. I had lost my job at Superior. I was working for a roofing company, man. I was selling roofs, you know, going door to door.
That will make you get on some shit.
Dude, drinking, doing blow. And it was a funny story about that, man. So, like, my manager or, like, my buddy that hired me, man, like, they have this app on your phone. Like you have this app on your phone where you, like, check in where you're, like where you knocked and stuff. Mm-hmm. But they could see where you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can track your thing, right? So I'm working for Hargrove, and I'm hungover as hell on my couch, man. My buddy Gage calls me. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I just got done knocking on this door, man. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, dude, no, you didn't. Like, I see you, bro. You haven't, like, left your house, bro. Yeah. So anyway, like, I'm working in Mansfield at this country club, man. And I leave the country. I made a fucking fool of myself, bro, down there. Dude, like, So I'm working at this bar, man. It's a little country, little small golf course bar, man. I get there and I'm yacked out on blow, bro. And I'm cleaning the whole bar, bro. Like, everybody's like wondering, like, you know, like, what's up with Bryce, man? Whatever. I ended up leaving there, man, and I sold my first roof. So I had $2,800 cash in my pocket. Mm. I leave Mansfield with a bag of blow, $2,800 in cash, a weed pen, and a cool buzz off some alcohol, man. And I go to the casino, and I don't remember leaving the casino. My grandma said she called me and was like, hey, you left something at the house. I was like, oh, I'm going to come get it. I'm going to come get it. So my ass is, dude, like, I'm blackout drunk, and I'm driving down 49, and, like, I come to, and, like, I shake, and I catch myself. And I'm like, whoa, Bryce, like, shake back. And then, like, I fade back out again, dude. And then the next thing I know, bro, like, there's cop lights behind me. And I'm like, fuck, what the hell? So I pull over. I've done this whole thing before, bro. Like, my lawyer was Ron Machoto, man. Like, he has this keychain, like, don't do this, and this. I'm like, bro, just take me to jail. I go to jail, and I call my parents, and I'm like, yo, like, get me out. they're like, no, we're not getting you out. Like Ron said to keep you in there this time. Because I've been in jail before, bro. Like I've been in 3 other times for DWIs, like every time, man, like, like there's this thing, man. What I learned, bro, is like, it's crazy to think about, bro, but like over time, man, like I had formed this habit I found I couldn't break, right? There's certain literature that you read, that you go by, like there's 12 steps you're supposed to take to actually get sober, right? But like in the literature, man, like it talks about all these things, man. It talks about like this physical allergy and this mental obsession, right? And I'm like thinking like an allergy is like, some abnormal reaction to just any, like if you're allergic to shellfish, you'll break out hives or whatever.
Yeah.
But like what they told me, man, is like you have a abnormal reaction to anything that like alters your mind, bro. Yeah. So like anytime I put alcohol, weed, blow, any mood or mind altering substance into my body, bro, like I go like ape shit, bro. Like I can't stop, and like that's the difference in some people, man. Like you guys can sit here and have a drink, take it or leave it alone, bro. But like if I was to start drinking, bro, like I wouldn't stop until I either passed out or ran out.
Yeah, I had a buddy who was a little bit younger than me. In fact, he was a not security, I don't think. He was like just somebody who'd clean up at Phoenix. But anyways, he was working somewhere and we got in touch and all that and started talking, being friends and everything. He invited me over to his house and he was in what do they call it? It's like a rehab house type of thing. It's like
sober living.
Sober living.
Or like a 3/4 house, halfway house.
Yeah, so he was in that with I think like 4 or 5 other people. I don't remember how many people was in there. But I remember that was what he told me was like, because I remember one night he called me and I was sitting outside. I had a cigar and a glass of whiskey. And he asked me, what am I doing? I'm like, cigar and a glass of whiskey. And he's like, that's crazy, man. I wish I could drink and all that. And started giving me his story of how he went overboard with drinking and all that at a young age. And was just basically saying that like he just didn't know when to stop. Which was also weird to me because I don't know when to stop, but I don't have it to that degree, if that makes sense. Like, it's just like when I start drinking, I have a bad habit of drinking too much because I guess, don't know that I'm that drunk. So I just keep drinking and drinking. Like, I just want to feel more fucked up. Same with weed. Like, I'll be high, but I want to get higher. Like, I've ran into that, but I've never had it to that extent where it was like, I'm doing it every single day and
all day.
I do have some sort of line. I do have a point where I can control myself and just have a drink or two. I think it's just more of sometimes I have that tendency of going overboard, but it's not like a regular thing. And that's what he was saying is like when he drinks, he drinks. Like there's no fucking tomorrow, basically.
There was always like this line. Like my buddy made a good point one time. He was in treatment with me and I actually sponsored him. So like my lawyer, said, Bryce, you should go to treatment. And I'm like, whatever, dude. I'll do whatever you want me to do to get me out of this jail cell right now. Like, I'll sign whatever.
Yeah.
So I ended up going down there, man. And it was a 28-day program. And you're locked in, not locked in, but you're in this place and you go to class and you strict recovery, man. Like strict by this book, But he made a good point to me, man. He said, I always I have this line I'm trying to hit. And I'm always under it or way the fuck over it, bro. Like I never hit that perfect point, because I don't know when to stop, man. And that's the thing about it is like, dude, no one wants to kind of really ever think that they have a problem or even want to try to admit that they have a problem until like all these consequences start hitting you, bro. Like certain facts of your life, man.
I think it's hard to notice you have a problem. Right. It's hard to even actually acknowledge it.
Yeah, man. Because like, man, like, all right, cool. I have a job. I got my girl, bro. Like my bills are paid, but I still can't like control my drinking. But like my life's okay. Because that's the thing, is like, step one in these steps, man, is like that I am powerless over alcohol and that my life is unmanageable. I can't manage my life. Because I'm powerless over this drug or this alcohol, whatever. And due to that, I can't manage my life, bro. And like, that's where it got to me, man, is like, when I got that last DWI, bro, I had 2 open pending cases for DWI. One from when I was 26 and one when I was 27.
Yeah.
I never went to court. my lawyer went to court for me 19 different times, bro, and I never showed up. You know, he's just putting it off. And got in a freaking diversion program. I had to have a breathalyzer. You know, you remember that? Yeah. I had to like record myself and like blow into a breathalyzer. I did it for like a month. You know, and then I missed a drug test. I stopped going to these meetings, man. I said, fuck this, whatever. And then I got another one, man. And that's the thing about it, man. Like once it got to that point, bro, like, you know, it's like I mentioned, I gambled too, man. Like all my money was going towards the casino, blow, alcohol. I wasn't even smoking that much weed anymore, bro. Like I'd rather just do blow and drink. You know what I mean?
The more expensive drug.
Yeah, exactly.
The one that's really gonna run you for your fucking pockets. Yeah.
And it was readily accessible, bro. I knew a lot of people that could get it on deck all the time. And then it got to the point, bro, where like I'm selling my clothes. Like I'm going to Uptown Cheapskate selling my clothes, bro. I sold like 20 pair of shoes, pennies on the dollar, just to get $60-$70. And then I'm contemplating whether I want to put $20 in my gas tank or do I want to put only $5 in the gas tank so I can go buy me a gram of blow. You know, and then selling my TVs, sold both my TVs, sold my microwave, started selling everything, man. I tried to sell my car at one point, dude. I put so much effort into cleaning. I remember it like it was yesterday, bro, because my stupid drunk and loaded thinking, this addict mentality I had, bro, was like, hey, you could just sell your car, get $2,500, and you could just Uber to work, man, because after you sell the car, you're gonna stop. You're gonna stop doing this, right?
You start thinking of things that validate your actions.
Man. Yeah. I start trying to justify my thinking, bro. And that's the thing about this disease, bro, is like it wants me dead, bro, but it'll settle for me to be fucking miserable. And that's what it does, man. And you talk about a godsend, bro. I clean my car, bro. I go to CarMax and they're gonna buy it. Well, like they said they'd buy it. I got a quote for like $2,800. I go and sit down. I give them my license. I give them the registration. And they're like, man, we can't take it. This stuff doesn't match up. I'm like, what do you mean doesn't match up? So on my title, it says Alexander R. Giddings. And like, I never noticed it because my name is Bryce. So like, it looked like a B to me when I got it, but I never noticed it. Oh, wow. So I couldn't sell the car, man. And like today, I was just talking to somebody about that earlier, man. Like, I'm so thankful I have a car, man, because a lot of people that come out of, you know, treatment, sober living, bro, they have a lot of, you know, tickets and fines to pay to get their license, then to get their car, you know. But the thing about, you know, like I say all that to say, man, is like, I didn't go to treatment to get sober at first, man. Like I went just to pad some charges. Like I'm gonna do my 28 days, man. I'm gonna get my, you know, like my parents off my ass, the judge off me, bro, just to do what I got to do, man. And the beautiful thing about, you know, like the fellowship of these people, man, that I saw, bro, is like the same people that were teaching and telling me these things, bro, had been in that same chair, had went through the same program, dude. And, you know, everybody thinks that, like, their shit's bad, bro. I thought I had a fucking terrible story, bro. But you start hearing other people's stories about how they've lost people. They've, you know, family members have overdosed. Like, they've lost children. They don't have their kids, bro. Like, they've gotten shot. Like, they've been in jail for 10 years at a time, bro. They've been in jail longer than they've been out of jail. They're, you know, they're all these crazy things, bro. And I'm like, how the hell can you go through all that stuff? And here you are, you know, because like that literature talks about, you know, if you work these steps, man, you will once again become happy, joyous, and free, once again useful in your life, man. And that's the beautiful part of it, man. Like, because I didn't have to know that this shit could work. I just had to hope that it could, man. And like I really had to want to do it, man, because there's a lot of uncomfortable things that you had to do, man. I gotta talk about all my, you know, like my resentments and my sex conduct, my fears, and all these harms that I've done. I had to sit
basically
down
anything that could kind of lead to,
And what's crazy, man, is like
you probably had a lot of stuff that you didn't notice that maybe you noticed later that was like, damn, this is probably a stem of why I do what I do.
Right, exactly. And like what I learned, man, is that like drugs and alcohol were never my problem. You know, they were a solution to my problem, bro.
It's crazy because I just seen a video that said that quote. Yeah. Say it though. Say it again.
Drugs and alcohol were never my problem. They were a solution to my problem.
Yeah.
And my problem, bro, is that I've always been selfish and self-centered, man. Like, my life is based around me, solely me, fuck you and your feelings. I'm going to get what I want. And I can act like a good guy. I'll give you the shirt off my back. But 2 weeks from now, I want 2 shirts. Like, you know, like I'm doing these things because I want something in return, man.
Yeah.
And, dude, I mean, and what this process has done for me, man, it's really got me in like a different mindset of how to look at things, bro. You know, I don't know how everybody feels about the whole God topic, man, but like that's what it was. You know, it's kind of like a dummy's guide to get me tapped into something greater than myself, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, you know, left to my own thinking, bro, like I will relapse. I will probably kill myself, dude. Like all these crazy things, man. Like I have to trust in something better, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the whole thing about it is like, that's why I brought up like the school thing earlier is because like, I feel like it's all part of a plan, dude. You know what I mean? Like I fucked up in school before.
For sure.
And he's like, you know what? Do what you want to do for a little while, man. You know, like you'll see what's going to happen. And then boom, you know, he sets me down, separates me from everybody, man. And then, you know, like when I got out, bro, like I wanted to come back to Shreveport at first, man. I wanted to come to sober living up here and go back selling roofs and stuff, man. But it wasn't working out. You know, like someplace had a bed, one didn't. They did, they didn't. Blah blah blah. And dude, like I'm in my room praying one night, like on my knees praying, just like God, show me where you want me to be, man. Like give me some guidance of where you want me to be.
Yeah.
You know, and not 2 minutes later, bro, my cousin, he's actually the chairman of the board of the Hope Center down in Marksville, man. That's where I went. I was supposed to go to some place, I think Palmetto, but my cousin's in recovery as well, man. And he's like, nah, Bryce needs to come here. So anyway, he comes knocking at my door, bro, at like 9:30 at night. He's like, come talk to me, man. I'm like, all right. He's like, man, like, so I heard you're going to try to go to Shreveport for sober living. I'm like, yeah, dude. And he's like, why don't you put some thought into like staying here? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like I literally was just asking you for some guidance and here it is knocking at my door.
Yeah. Literally.
And literally, bro. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. I have nothing in Shreveport for me, bro. I had $31 in my freaking bank account at the time, bro. Like I have so much legal shit to do, bro. You know, all these factors. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it, bro. So I decided to stay in Marksville, and like I said, I was only going to stay there 3 months, and then I ended up getting a 6-month gym membership. And I was like, well, fuck, I gotta stay.
Time to get serious.
Yeah, bro, I gotta stay for at least 6, man. I paid for it.
Yeah.
And then 6 months rolled around, man, and I liked the results that I was getting, man. I liked the camaraderie, man, the fellowship, like I was talking about, man. I still had some legal stuff to handle. And then eventually I was like, man, I want to pick up a year. Like I want to get a year sobriety, man, here. Because they have this thing called Unity where like it's where everyone that went to the Hope Center, they come back for this meeting, this big meeting, and they pick up multiple years of sobriety, man. So like I've seen guys pick up 25 years, 39 years, dude. It's amazing to hear their stories. I'm like, dude, I want to get up I want to pick up my chip here. So I got to a year. And then I was like, I don't think I'm ready yet. Not that I don't think I wasn't ready. It's just like, it wasn't the right time. Like, here I am. Like, I'm trying to play it out, man. Let things keep rolling the way they should be, man. And then eventually I got my hardship license, man. And I started, you know, I got my job back at Superior. But, dude, like, today, man, you know, because while you're staying in the sober living house, man, you got to sponsor these guys that are in treatment, you know, and you got to take them through these steps that I took. And that's like the most beautiful thing about this. One of the most beautiful things about this whole recovery journey, man, is that like I was the same guy sitting across the table from me, you know what I'm saying? Like, and for somebody to come up to me who had it worse than me, and they're telling me, bro, like there's a way out of this hole, man. You know, I was there. And like for me to be able to do that to somebody else, man, that's beautiful, bro. Like I've seen guys come in there, man, that were broken and destroyed just like I was, man. And then I tell them a little bit about my story and like their eyes are like, what? Like you? Cause like looking at me, bro, like you wouldn't think that like I had any of those problems, man. But that's why I said what I said earlier is like, it doesn't matter, bro, who you are, what you look like, bro. This shit's will get anybody, you know? But man, it's it's my aunt said to me one day, she was like, I know it's an everyday struggle. And I was like, it's not though, because I've like admitted and accepted that, bro, for one, I have a problem, dude. Like, I'm always gonna be an alcoholic. I'm always gonna be a drug addict, bro. It's like, how a pickle's made. So you get a cucumber and you put in some vinegar and it pickles, right?
Mm.
Can that pickle ever become a cucumber again?
Mm.
Nah, I can't, bro. Like, I'm always gonna be that alcoholic and drug addict, bro.
I think I've said that story before.
I was about to bring
that.
I was about to bring it up because I remember us talking about who it was. I think it was on the episode with Joey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was probably the most profound thing that actually made me realize that exactly what you're saying is my granddad did 3 tours of Vietnam, and you would see him and you would go, oh man, that's a sweet old man, and he's killed more people than we met. Right. And I never once saw him with a drink in his hand, ever. Never saw him drink. And he always identified as being an alcoholic. And I was like, Grandpa, why? He's my step grandpa.
Yeah.
My grandpa, he was like, I was like, why do you call yourself an alcoholic? And he goes, Cam, the first day I wake up and I don't think about a gin and tonic, the first thing when I wake up, he goes, then I'll consider myself not an alcoholic. He goes, it hasn't happened yet since the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you'll always be an alcoholic. It's choosing to not, partake in it.
Right.
Right. It's 100% a choice. It's like you said. I mean, everything you said tonight has been so amazing. I mean,
Thank
it
you.
has been, man, you're an eloquent speaker. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that, but you speak wonderfully. And
beautiful voice too.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
Hey, take it out.
Yeah. He's like really nice to look at. But I mean, man, seriously, your story is very inspiring, and it's. I had no idea coming on here that you had gone through those struggles, and you're exactly right. I look at you and I would not think of a guy who,
right,
just a year or two ago was in this hole that seems insurmountable.
And it did, man. Like, it did seem like so much for me to ever even start trying to solve, bro. Because, dude, like, I didn't pay my taxes for 5 years, bro. Like, dodging the IRS.
I'm in the same fucking.
Oh man, you need to get on that shit, dude. So like,
I'm self-employed, so all of my shit.
They'll get your ass.
They will, man. Yeah. Like, I didn't file it for 5 years, man. So like,
I'm waiting on them to mail me before I start taking. I'm waiting on them to reach out.
You need to get on before.
I'm working on it. I'm joking. I'm working on it.
Death and taxes, bro.
I swear to God, that's exactly what it is, bro.
Yeah,
my CPA told me, he said, before you pay your rent, you need to pay your taxes. Because, dude, like, they sent me a letter saying, like, if you don't start paying, like, we're going to garnish your wages. We're going to take away your ABO card. You can't have a license.
Yep.
You can't do any of this stuff, man.
And if you own anything, they take your possessions.
They will.
Yeah. They
don't want to, though. They just want you to pay your taxes.
Yeah.
Shit.
They just want to have that money. They want to
man.
have that money accounted for.
Did y'all see what was going on with 6ix9ine?
Yeah, auctioning off all of his.
So
they're auctioning off all of his
everything.
His chains.
I mean,
everything.
platinum
why
records.
You didn't pay taxes?
Yeah, I seen he had one of his like iconic chains going for like $76,000 at an auction.
Yeah, the Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Jigsaw is going for it. His they're trying to recoup $11 million. Yeah. So I mean, that's what's crazy too. Like,
it's crazy to think how much he made to even owe $11 million.
Well,
I guess in that bracket,
28%. You gotta think. So
okay, yeah.
Well, probably for him around 38.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you're over $1 million, it comes up to almost half.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's brutal, but you got to imagine. Obviously, he didn't have any kind of excellent guidance, taking him through that whole thing. So I bet he didn't write anything off or anything. I'm sure it's all.
Straight up.
It was just like whatever he got, he fucking spent. And,
Sounds like somebody I know.
Yeah.
Talking about me, bro.
Bro, how deep are you?
Right now, I'm gonna file this year, but I'm like 3 or 4 years behind. So I filed my taxes for 2021. I believe was the last year I filed. So I have 22, 23, 24, which we're just now in 25. So I'm like 3 years. Not as super bad, but and then last year I didn't even make that much. The taxes that I owe aren't going to be much, but the first 2 years before last year are going to be.
Do you have a professional working on that?
No.
I know a guy.
I actually have
I
have a box back here that has all of my receipts from when I started the studio, back to 2021. And yeah, I definitely should have a professional do it, but I'm just a hard-headed son of a bitch.
I mean,
no, just a dumbass.
Hard-headed dumbass. Yeah, dumb and hard-headed's a factor because I know that I should have somebody professional do it, but I'm also just like, my shit's so messed up because I'm not going to go into all of it, but basically I had a business account, but then I wasn't really using it like a business account. I was still paying for like my rent and stuff out of my business account.
you were commingling.
So yeah, so there was a lot of, if I give this to a CPA, I have so much to explain and like really just put where it's supposed to be. That in fact, I said that I have a meeting on Monday with the bank. That's actually to get I closed the bank account when I had the flood. I'm going to the bank tomorrow to get all of my records for the past like 3 or 4 years that I don't have, so that I can start working on the taxes. On some good news though.
Let's hear it.
I've almost paid off all my credit cards. I have one more to go.
Awesome.
And then all I have to pay is taxes, and then like recurring like rent and all that. But I have enough money left over every month that I'm about to go super. I'm hoping by the end of this year I'm gonna have all debts paid off.
That's awesome.
Including my car, but that one's a stretch. The car's but at least taxes and any type of debt in that way. So, yeah, hopefully they don't bother me for the year, and then we'll be good. They'll start getting some money from me in about 6 months. You know, if they can just hold off for about 6 months.
Please. Yeah. Dude, I was used as somebody's kind of a tax pass-through when I was working in real estate. I had a buddy of mine that I really trusted, and I didn't know I was getting screwed. So what he was trying to do was I had one guy that was doing it and it was fine, right? Like he would be like, dude, I'm about to get pushed into a different bracket. Let me put these deals in your name. You get paid on it. You take out the amount of taxes and some little extra for you, right? I was like, okay.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, I was like, that sounds good. Doing nothing, you know what I mean? And it helped my numbers, made me look great, whatever, right? Well, I had this other guy that was like, I heard you were helping out this dude. And I was like, yeah, it's not really like a business thing. It's like a
mutual agreement.
Yeah. And he was like, well, let me do a few. And I was like, no, man, no. I was like, because I'm about to be in the same problem that you have, right?
Yeah.
You're pushing me over, and he's like, man, just like, 3 or 4. That's all I'm looking for. So he does that. And then I do the same thing. I give it to him and, I keep a little on top. He wants to get pissed about it. I'm like, let's try, I'm your little slut right now. So, you got to pay me. So,
I'm your little slut.
Yeah. You're using me, bro. So, anyway, he didn't file. Right. Problem with that is when I filed, we were on it. We did it a little different. It wasn't just me because he still wanted the count for on the board to count as a deal, right? So what we did was we halved it, but he gave me the money in order to put it through and yada yada.
You're 18 at this point?
I'm 19 at that point. Yeah. So still a baby, And anyway, he ends up not paying his shit, right? And he comes to me and he's like, man, I need that extra bit of money so I can pay the taxes. I said, no. You don't understand how this works. Like, anyway, he starts saying that he's like, dude, I'll report you, all this shit. And I'm like, dude, you're going to do nothing but shoot us both. Yeah. I'm like, if you do that, I'm like, because you came to me, I have text messages. Like, if I go down, you're definitely going down. I promise you that. So he starts saying that this can be problems, give me the X amount of thousands of dollars that you owe me and all this stuff. I was like, no, man, I'm using that to pay my taxes, whole thing. In other words, don't use anyone as a shelter, bro. Like, don't, be honest with the IRS. I mean, that's really if you can't back it up, just take your lick,
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing with me for my taxes is I don't know the benefits and shit. That's the only thing is like tax guys know like loopholes and shit. Like they know, like my dad.
1099.
What?
Are you 1099?
No,
you work for your
straight business?
Oh, okay. So, what was I saying? My dad, like he told me about this thing where like you.
You need to beat this out for sure.
No, yeah, absolutely.
What you do need to structure it though, and we can talk about it. But like, you definitely need to. If you're owning your own business, you need to pay yourself separately in a different account.
Yeah, I got to figure that out this year. I think right now I've just been so caught up in every dime I make is going towards debts and all of that.
Yeah.
And then I'm kind of like, I kind of want to just get to a base level again where I'm just like, okay, cool. Now when I make this much money, this is how much I pay myself to live. And then, but right now it's so fucked up because I have
so much to pay
I have personal debt and then I have business debt. So I'm like, everything's kind of all over the place.
Your sole income is producing music.
Yeah, all of it.
It's just gotta be tough, dude.
I worked at Superior for a little bit. All of that is, I'm gonna owe taxes for Superior as well. I haven't had a job that my taxes were taken out of paychecks since like 2020, 2021. That's the last time I had anything that was just automatically kind of, I'd get a W-2 or whatever, So yeah, anybody out there, pay your taxes. Or no. Here's my biggest piece of advice: file your taxes. File the taxes. That's my big problem is that I haven't filed. I think it was Dave Ramsey who said this. They don't arrest you for not paying your taxes. They arrest you for not filing.
Yeah, tax evasion.
So yeah, that's the big thing. Yeah. The whole thing with the paying shit. I mean, I'm sure he was I'm sure, yes, you still get in trouble for not paying them over an extended period of time. But what he's saying is filing them is the most important part. So
I don't know anybody who's been arrested for not paying taxes.
Yeah. File your fucking taxes. I'm going to get mine filed. So IRS, if you're watching, coming to a local
department
office.
Duty.
My taxes.
File. Have mercy.
So yeah, but anyways, boys, we do need to wrap this up. Yeah, I do have somewhere to get after here. So
thank you.
Bryce,
I
appreciate it.
Bryce, I want to say, man, I'm so proud of you.
So proud.
Thank
absolutely.
you. Dude, you have no idea when I first saw you when you first came back. Like he said, my heart sank to my asshole. I was like,
yeah,
it's like, bro. It's like, you fucking, what are you doing here? And, you said you're coming back, so. Dude,
I'm so glad you came on.
I appreciate it, man.
He had brought up getting you on before. I think we just had some issue with like scheduling and stuff or something. But
no, I'm glad I could come.
I'm glad that we made this happen. I looked forward to this episode and glad that we got to touch on all of that. So.
I appreciate
it's fucking inspiring, man.
It very much is.
Yeah, it's an amazing story.
Everybody loves an underdog story, bro.
I appreciate it. Loves it. For anybody watching, if you are struggling, you think you are struggling, there is a way out. I'll at your boy.
Yeah.
How long?
It'll be 18 months on the 8th of February.
Fuck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right around the corner. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Awesome.
August 8th, 2023 is the day I got. Well, that was the day I went. Well, the morning after I went to jail. So I sat in jail for about 12 days and then went straight down to a treatment center. And then it's been downhill from there. Downhill, I say downhill. It's an up and down battle, man.
Yeah. I got you.
One day at a time, bro.
Yeah, man.
I really appreciate it, bro.
Very well spoken.
Yeah,
everything was great, man.
And
thank you, guys.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been the On Game Show. I appreciate you tuning in this week. Like he said, man, if you're feeling down, there's always a way up. Be a good one. You know what that feels like, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Peace out.